Okay, Cathal, let's take a look at your breaststroke and freestyle. Okay, right away, look at, we need to hold that streamline, right? Hold it a little bit tighter. Again, we'd like to see one dolphin here first, then the pull out. So again, just kind of working to the new way of doing the pull out. Throw your dolphin kick right here, hold the tight streamline, then do your keyhole, laughing Cathal, pull out here. Okay, leaving the head down. Is good. Shooting the hands forward. All right, pretty good little breakout here. Okay. Good vertical forearm here. You're definitely getting right into that stroke the way we want, but this is the part where I'm talking about that we're deep. And I think, you and I have talked about this many times, but you're deep in the stroke. So again, the elbows are what I would call too deep in the stroke. Really, we would like to have those elbows never get beyond the shoulder line right here, and we'd like to have the hands a lot more out in front, right? So keeping those hands out in front. Again, letting you watch it in slow motion here again. Just hands are a little deep. Okay, regular speed or full speed here. Again, doing a lot of good things here. Shooting those hands could be a little bit faster out in front. Back underwater. Okay, pulling that head up a little bit early there. Keep it down and streamline. Again, biggest thing I want to say here is that I just think you can see it right here, just deep in the stroke. Keeping it out in front. All right, from the top here, if this camera works. A lot of good stuff here. I could argue a little bit right here, Cathal. Look at the kick. See how the knees are popping and the heels are in? I know this camera didn't quite get it. So again, if you're seeing right here, we have the heels together, but then we have the individual knees apart. So ideally, we would like to have the knees a little bit tighter, right? And the heels to the outside of the butt. So knees together, heels a little to the outside of the butt on the draw. Okay, but again, a lot of good stuff. It's why you've had some good success with the breaststroke this year. Okay, going full speed here again into freestyle. Where are our shooters, Cathal? Where are they? Okay, right here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Early vertical forearm. So again, we're kind of on top of that elbow there. I like that. Typically, you know what I'm going to say is that head whip and inside kick. So right here is where you're seeing you're picking your head up and we're kind of whipping it back. So if we had a body line right here, would like to see your head ideally in the body line, right? Versus right now, your head is above the body line. So again, we're angling, let me clear that. We're angling a little bit uphill, but that head is definitely up and out of the water. Okay? So let's try to get that better balance, bringing that head down and not picking it up and whipping it back when we breathe. I think here you can see a little bit of that whip kick you do, or the inside kick too. So right here, I know it's hard to see at the top of the screen. I'll try to bring this down and focus it in. This is when you start to see real slow. See how you do that inside kick with your heel and your toes pointing out. Take it back. Ideally, I like you kicking the top of the bottom of the feet, and then right here you do the little breaststroke inside whip kick. And again, this is a little bit hard to heel, but that's your heel, and your toes are pointing towards the outside wall. Ideally, we would like to have all that kick motion top and bottom of your feet. Okay, let me try to get this back in screen. From the top, this is where you're going to see the head being brought up, and I call it the Ryan whip a little bit. Okay, we're whipping that head. Look at how your bicep is kind of hitting you in the cheek, so to speak, as you return. I'm going to do it in slow motion. Try to get you closer. And I know the video didn't quite get it, but right here, boom, late breathing, over picking the head up and whipping it a little bit, late breathing. Okay, back in screen. Where our shooters, no shooters, come on, Cathal, every wall, every time. Right here, we're going to see a little bit more of that first stroke. So again, see how that head's kind of going up and back. And when you do that, this hand slides out. Okay, it slides out. So we want to be right up on top of it. But again, you are getting right here good early vertical form. And again, this is one reason why you're getting pretty good success. I mean, this is pretty close to ideally how we want it. You know, early vertical form, fingertips down. Okay, but again, looking at that late breathing right here, where that head is just too late. That head should already be back. As you can see, your fingertips right in the circle are coming back into the water. Full speed. Looking for that inside kick a little bit if I got it in the screen. Trying to find that kick right here. Right there. See how you kind of, right here is when it starts. Ideally, we would not like to have the knee kind of like in that position, right? Because you're starting to whip, get that inside breaststroke, you know, whip kick. So again, in slow motion, see that's where you whip it. And then you're top and bottom, and then boom, little breaststroke kick. Top and bottom of the kick, top and bottom, and then right here you're going to do it again. Okay, so Cathal, you're doing great. You know I'm proud of you. You're doing a lot of great things here, but we do have some of these things we need to work on. Great job. Let's talk about this on deck.